Hi everyone, welcome to Tournament Talks. I'm Christy Halbert. This is a recap of Day 5 of the Paris Games. Sessions 15, 16, and 17 took the ring. In Session 16, Team USA's Jennifer Lozano from Laredo, Texas, made her Olympic debut. Jennifer is 21 years old. She stands 5 feet, 2 inches, and she is in the 51 kilogram or 110 pound category. Jennifer Lozano won at her first ever international competition when she won the 2022 Continental Championships. They were the same age, but the Finn was a bit taller at 5 feet 5 inches. And in round 1, Jennifer seemed to have some difficulty finding a way to get through the long punches ahead of her. Jennifer stayed in front of her opponent at long range the entire round, and judges scored the round 5-0 for the boxer from Finland. In round 2, Jennifer started throwing more punches and her straight shots to the body landed. Jennifer absorbed more punches from long range though, and stood in front of the Finnish boxer, only occasionally attempting an attack. Judges also scored round 2 in favor of Finland, 5-0. So going into round 3, because of the 10-point must scoring system, Jennifer's chances of winning the match come down to a knockout. And Jennifer's not known for knockout power, and if the long reach of her opponent was giving her pause in the first 2 rounds, she'd need to do something really different in round 3 to make something happen. Round 3 started much like round 2. Jennifer threw more punches, but the boxer from Finland landed straight shots that took Jennifer back to the drawing board. The boxers stayed at long range, and the Finn was able to be a bit more selective with her shots in the middle part of the round. To her credit, whenever Jennifer could get inside, she let her hands go. But it just wasn't enough. Another 5-0 round for the Finnish boxer for a unanimous decision, and she goes on to the quarterfinals. Later in the same session, Morel McCain made her Olympic debut. Morel is 29 years old. He's from Cleveland, Ohio. Morel was a training partner for Team USA in Tokyo, so she has seen firsthand the enormity of the Olympic Games Festival. She was asked to move to the 66 kilogram division by Team USA, where she's competed internationally the past several years. And Morel is a solid boxer. I held mitts for her in Colorado a couple of years ago, and she loved tagging my body. She's known for her ability to fight at mid-range and can let her hands go at short range. Morel boxed out of the blue corner and played to the camera a bit as she walked to the ring with a lot of confidence. Morel McCain took on a boxer, 23-year-old from Uzbekistan, who started boxing back in 2019. Morel likes to hit hard, but the boxer from Uzbekistan does too. Round 1 started with a lot of trading back and forth between the 2 orthodox boxers. Morel stayed on the perimeter of the ring for the most part. She threw a lot of combinations, but the boxer from Uzbekistan seemed to finish most of their exchanges with her own shot. Morel tried straight shots to the body from long range, but then the head shots were just out of reach. The boxers stayed at mid-range for the most part, and when in close, they would collapse without any real work being done. The judges scored the first round 4-1 in favor of Uzbekistan. In round 2, Morel started much faster. She knew she was down, so she stepped on the gas and stepped forward with her punches. At the midway point, it seemed Morel had a better round, but the red boxer was still getting her jabs and crosses through. Morel stayed on the perimeter of the round, circling to her left, and the straight shots and pulls that she was using started working for her by the end of the round. The judges scored round 2 for Morel by a margin of 4-1. Going into round 3, it's tied on 3 cards, and 1 each for Morel and her opponent. So it comes down to this last round. The 2 watched each other at the center of the round. Then Morel settled back into the perimeter. With 2 minutes to go, the boxer from Uzbekistan was up by a few scoring blows. Again, they tangled when they got in close, and Morel complained of a rabbit punch as Morel and her opponent were tussling back and forth. Up to this point, the ref has issued a lot of cautions this bout for low head, holding, wrestling, and now he's going to issue a caution for hitting on the back of the head. Of course, the problem with getting the referee involved is that those cautions eat up time. And when you're trying to press the action, you need every second of the 3-minute round. Judges scored the last round 3-2 for Uzbekistan, and Uzbekistan won the bout 3-2. Uzbekistan goes on to the quarterfinals. In men's 63.5 action, the Frenchman, Sofiane Omiha, beat his Hungarian opponent, Richard Kovacs. Kovacs never gave up despite trailing on all scorecards. That was a quarterfinals match, so France is guaranteed a medal on home soil. And at men's 92 kilogram, the Cuban, now representing Azerbaijan, Lauren Alfonso Dominguez, beat his opponent from Kazakhstan by a narrow margin of 3-2. In session 16 at men's 63.5, the Cuban Urslande Alvarez Borges beat his opponent from Thailand. The Cuban won the first round 4-1, the second round 5-0, and was even stronger in the third, winning again 5-0. Alvarez moves on to the semifinals. In the 63.5 match between Georgia and Kazakhstan, the Georgian boxer suffered 2 nasty cuts in the second round. The bout was allowed to continue despite the boxers being taken to the ringside doctor twice. The boxers were all tied going into the third, and the judges gave it to the Georgian boxer. He now has just a couple of days to heal up before his next match. It was a very tough day for Team USA today, dropping both matches. Let's see what's upcoming for the team tomorrow, Friday, August 2nd. Team USA has one match scheduled for tomorrow in the women's 57 kilogram or 125 pound division. Alyssa Mendoza faces Brazil in the first of the 2 sessions. And on Saturday, we'll see Jamal Harvey and Amari Jones back in the ring. More bouts coming up tomorrow in 2 sessions at women's 57, men's 51, men's 80, and men's 92 plus kilogram categories. Enjoy the tournament.